Hello and welcome to Morton Stadium here on the outskirts of Dublin City for what promises to be a fantastic night of international athletics competition. First up, it's the world champion in the 400 metres hurdles who won in Moscow last year, Trinidad and Tobago's Jehu Gordon, who takes the starting blocks. Plenty of athletes in world-class standard across the course of the evening. Commonwealth Games coming up later this month in Glasgow. We've also got in Zurich in Switzerland next month the European Championships. The Morton Mile finishes the evening off. Will Leer, the champion in 2010 and 2012, and last year's champion Corey Leslie is also back to defend his title. Who can break the sub 4-minute mile and who can break Steve Scott's record from 1980? We shall see if it can be done. So let's join our world-class commentary team of Dick Hooper and first Will Downing.
So the men's 400 metres hurdles features the Asian champion, the South American champion, the European team champion and the world champion. Matt Sumner of England in 1, Paul Byrne of St Albans in 2, Jehu Gordon, Trinidad and Tobago, the world champion from Moscow last year, he's in lane 3, Thomas Barr of Ferrybank in Ireland in lane 4, Takatoshi Abe of Japan, the Asian champion 2011 is in lane 5, Mahao Sugimati of Brazil, the South American champion, he's in lane 6. Jason Harvey of Crusaders in 7. Ger O'Donnell of Carrick and Shannon is in lane 8. So a tremendously strong field for this men's 400 hurdles on a night in which Olympic, world and European medalists, and a lot of them, are on the bill. Men's 400 hurdles. Sumner in 1, Byrne in 2, Gordon 3, Barr 4, Abe 5, Sugamati 6, Harvey 7, O'Donnell in lane 8. Away first time, Gordon in 3, Barr in 4. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and they're both away very well. Abe going well also in lane 5. Jehu Gordon, the world champion, going stormingly well at the moment. And Thomas Barr has had a brilliant year where he's twice set a new Irish record, breaking the old one from 1996 at Tom McGurk, finding hard to stay up. It's Gordon undoubtedly ahead at the moment, and Barr doing his best to keep up with them. Abe's going well from Japan in 5. Sugamata, Brazil in 6. They're continental champions, so why wouldn't they be doing well? Gordon will lead as they straighten up. Barr's in the battle for second place, and he's winning that battle at the moment, but it's Jehu Gordon of Trinidad and Tobago at least, and now here comes Thomas Barr over the last. Barr's trying to take the world champion. He's going to do it. Oh my word, that's fantastic. And it's 48.95 unofficial. That's just outside his Irish record. And Thomas Barr has beaten the world champion. That is just fantastic. A great victory. 48.95. Thomas Barr wins it. And that's fantastic. And that is a new stadium record. He had set it here himself. That is fantastic.
Oh, there is no doubt Irish athletics has a new hero. Thomas Barr, he has everything. He has guts, he has fire, he has charisma. He brought the stadium he elated us with that marvellous run. To beat the world champion on home soil is what every athlete dreams about.
Thomas, a cracking finish there and a stadium record. How do you feel?
I'm absolutely elated to be able to run very close to him. I'm looking at the clock here at 48.94, 0.04 of a second off my personal best. In front of the home crowd, it's amazing. I love it here now.
When you know you're coming up against such an athlete like Jehu, how difficult is it psychologically?
Psychologically, it's pretty tough because he's a smooth operator. You know, he's a world-class athlete. So to be able to even keep up with him or keep him in my sights is, it's a feat. But to just get him on the line was a nice little scalp.
And what was the plan? Was it to try and stay with him and try and get home there at the end like you did?
The plan was to focus on my own race as much as I could. Because he was on the lane inside me, he wasn't in my peripheral vision as much. But once he did come into my eyesight, I knew, right, focus, attack, drive off each hurdle. And he took each hurdle as it came and just paid off nicely.
And defended the title you won last year. It's already been a great year this year. Plenty more to look forward to.
Oh, loads more, yeah. Nationals next week, and then I'll probably taper down into a bit of training and then on towards Zurich, yeah.
At this point in time, it's not really about result. More to get the races in, get ready for the rungs. The season has been really slow for me thus far, but keep any faith and it was a really good meet today. Nice conditions, nice track, good quality feel.
You haven't run at the Commonwealth Games before, so how much are you looking forward to this?
This is my first Commonwealth Games, so I'm really not sure what to expect. But I'm just about going out there and giving it my best. You understand? Once I know that I've done what I could do on that day, I'll definitely be satisfied.
Young Kevin Mulcair from Ennis is one of the greatest prospects in the country at the moment. He was on the Irish junior cross country team last December in Belgrade, gone through in 2:08.
So Kevin Mulcair in the lead ahead of Gary Campbell, and watch out for Mustafa Nazir as well. Well, they had some jousts during the schools championships. Kevin Mulcair winning that at 1500 metres with Nazir in third place. Nazir is fourth at the moment here with Kevin Mulcair leading the way and looking very, very strong too.
Yeah, Kevin is obviously going to make them hurt. He's pushing for home really, even at this early stage. That is his style. He likes to run from the front. His confidence is good. He's had a tremendous season, schools champion as you already mentioned, and he's looking to really push it on and breaking up the field there.
Yeah, Kevin Mulcair looking quite strong. Gary Campbell is the only one who can live with him at the moment. He's in second place. Mustafa Nazir looking quite comfortable in fourth place, but off the pace at the front. Kevin Mulcair pushing his way forward. It's Mulcair who leads Campbell, and there's the bell, and in third place it's Kevin Kelly for now.
You've got to say that Gary Campbell is looking very threatening. He's weathered the storm, he's weathered the effort that Kevin put in on that third lap, which was almost the same as the first two laps. And right now Gary looks the man in control. He's poised on the shoulder, he's about to move. He's actually moved on the back straight there. Can Kevin respond?
It's a very good piece of pantsing by Gary Campbell, but what does Kevin Mulcair have in reserve is between these two. Mulcair looking to move on the outside on the shoulder of Campbell at the moment. How much is left in the tank for Campbell? How much is left for Mulcair? Such an impressive double winner, 1500 and 3000. And don't forget, an intermediate, he also is the reigning schools cross-country champion. And now here goes Kevin Mulcair. What a surge, Eamon Coughlin-like, as he hits the final bend into the final straight. He hasn't Campbell beaten yet, but he's not far from doing that. Kevin Mulcair now accelerates. Kevin Mulcair wins very, very impressively, and he does it in the Morton Games. Mulcair wins it. Campbell in second place, 4:14.13. That was a fabulous victory by Mulcair. Third will go to Kevin Kelly, and fourth will be Paddy Robb. Oh, but what a win, Dick.
Oh, that was an excellent race. Great response from Kevin Mulcair when he was put under such pressure. Gary Campbell must have thought he had it when he made his move with 300 metres to go. Kevin took his time, he tucked in behind him, bided his way down the back straight, and then took him on around by the steeplechase. Very fine run, and interestingly Kevin ran that last lap in just a shade over 60 seconds.
So look at the support races organised by the Irish Milers Club and others, and a good victory in the 400 metres B race for Timmy Crove Deneen, 48.28. The women's 800 metres B race combined with junior, won by Anna Sheehan of Kilkenny City Harriers, 2:19.54. An excellent victory for former schools champion Amy O'Donoghue of Emerald AC, 2:09.32 in the 800 metres A race, ahead of Kate O'Halloran of Temple Ogue. It was a fine win. And a good series of men's 800 metres races also. The D race going to Stephen Prentice of Annandale Striders, 1:57.63. Dara Lynch of Ennis well ahead of the rest to win the B race, 1:53.29. What a scintillating finish in the C race. Niall McCormick of Clonmel AC beating Damien Landers of St John's on the line, and John McCarthy reminding us it'll be a busy summer for him and Jason Smith, Michael McKillop, all of Barry, Catherine O'Neill and the rest as the IPC European Athletics Championships take place in Swansea. So this is the 800 metres A race. Andrew Wright of Willowfield Harriers, Anthony Leggio of Tal AC, Christoph Spalters of Clonliffe, James Tye of Wales, Mark Hoy of Finn Valley, James Ledingham of West Waterford, Jack Hallis of the British Milers Club, Brian Kelly of St Albans, Dara Green of Dunleer, Michael Quinn, Cormac Kelly of St Albans, and pacing at the moment and going out in front is Thomas Atkinson, and he's aiming for a 52-second pace.
A lot of these lads will be looking for a time around the 150 mark. Many of them have broken 150 in the past. the likes of Anthony Leggio of Tala AC, who's been out in America for the last few years, Brian Kelly from St Albans, second in the national championships last year, and they'll be looking for a pace in or around 53 seconds at the bell. It's a good night for 800 metre running, no wind and warm and balmy.
Well, the bell is on the way, and that's where Thomas Atkinson will step off. It's Jack Callis who leads ahead of Brian Kelly of St Albans, and for West Waterford AC, James Lettingham, the white and the blue hoop, obviously a very famous show jumping uncle, but James Lettingham has made a nice name for himself in local athletics down in the southeast, and moving up alongside him in 5th place is Mark Hoy also, but it's a good advantage taken up now by Jack Callis as Thomas Atkinson brought them pretty much 3/4 of the way. It's Hallis of Britain who leads, of the British Milers Club. 2nd place is Brian Kelly of St Albans, and a battle between the blue and whites. James Letting of West Waterford in 3rd. Mark Hoy, the reverse colours of Finn Valley, now takes over 3rd place from him. And coming up on the outside, this is Brian Kelly who's taking on the British visitor. Jack Hallis superbly here. He put the foot down at the right time. Kelly's going to take it, and Lettingham's going to take 2nd place. That's a good performance. Kelly wins for St Albans. James Lettingham 2nd for West Waterford. And of the British Milers Club, Jack Hallis is in 3rd place. Well, they came good right at the end and very well, but Brian Kelly, good strong running with Lettingham 2nd.
Yeah, Brian will be pleased with that. It sets him up nicely for the national championships now next Saturday week. His first sub 150 of the season.
So the men's 100 metres B race, Sir Dylan Archibald, Raheny Shamrocks 2, Eamon Fahey Denor Harriers 3, Jamie Davis, Raheny Shamrocks 4, Jakob Burlak, Czech Republic 5, Paul Whelan of Clonliffe Harriers is in 7, Brendan Doyle, Raheny Shamrocks in 8, and Sean Bulger-Tala, lane 9. Away 2nd time, Stuart Roach was disqualified first time around. There'd been a strong start first time around from Sean Bulger, but not this. Here comes Eamon Fahey of Denor Harriers looking good, and he's up with Jamie Davis, and Fahey will take it, Davis 2nd, and Burlak of the Czech Republic is in 3rd. So the women's 100 metres, Cleo Van Boren of the United States in 3, Leah Moore of Clonliffe Harriers in Ireland in 4, Karina Horn of South Africa in 5, Erica Kleinens of South Africa in 6, finished 4th in the Cork City Games, and Sian Bettina is in lane 7. And they're away. Kleinens is mainly a hurdler, but very good as a sprinter, but not as good as Karina Horn. Look at this, she's absolutely blasting away. Clear Van Boren's up with her. It's going to be Horn for South Africa who wins it. 2nd place Van Boren, 3rd Moore, 11.37. Very good time. It's a new stadium record. Beat of the mark set in 2011 by Amy Foster. It is a new stadium record, and that was very, very impressive indeed. A good winner was Karina Horn. 11.36 outside the all-comers women's record set by Alana Mazera for Russia.
Karina, a solid start there and really held it through the middle third of the race.
Yeah, the start was okay, but in the middle it was a bit rough, but I kept it together at the end at least.
You set your PB a few weeks back and you've come up with another good performance here, a stadium record. You must be pleased with your form at the moment.
I'm really pleased with my form. It's the best shape I've ever been in, so I'm really happy. Looking forward for the future.
And what do you got coming up in the future and over the next few weeks? Run us through it.
I think next week will be Switzerland and the World Challenge in Spain on Friday.
World Indoor semi-finalist last year. How different do you find it running indoor and outdoor? Conditions obviously depending on the weather, but how different is it from your perspective?
The difference is you must be more explosive because at 100 meters you still get time to fix what you did wrong. 60 meters, if you start wrong, you fail. So it's just seconds of the difference.
And you held Clay off at the end there. You could feel it coming over your shoulder, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely you can feel that. That's why you have to keep on pushing and try to focus, not to tense up, and just keep it together.
The European record holder and Olympic silver medalist from Athens 2004, Francis Obaquelo of Portugal, leads the field in the men's 100 metres. It's Aina Madden of Carrick and Shannon, David Hines of Monapians, fresh from the European Team Championships in Tallinn, Philip Redrick of the United States, Henrik Brunches of South Africa, Obaquelo of Portugal in 5, Warren Fraser Bahamas in 6, They're away. A great start from Fraser in 6. Obekwelu trying to get into his prime, but what a start by Warren Fraser. And Brunches of South Africa going well. It's going to be Fraser and Brunches. Obekwelu is down in 4th place, 10.20. It's very fast. That is a superb performance. Well, Obekwelu, all the medals, 4 times European champion, but well behind men in form here. 10.20. That was very impressive. It is a new stadium record.
Where do you felt you won that race?
From the start. The start and the transition was relatively good. I still have stuff to work on, but you know, it's a win.
Talk us through the rest of your year.
Well, I'm focusing on Commonwealth. That's the biggest focus down there.
So the men's 400 metres. Andrew Steele of England in 1, Johan Weissman, former European indoor champion in 2, Manteo Mitchell of the United States in 3, world indoor and Olympic relay champion, Brian Gregan of Ireland in 4, Jaron Solomon of Trinidad and Tobago 5, has also won Olympic and world bronze medals in the relay, Bryson Spratley of the United States in 6, James Harris USA 7, John Stephenson of Australia in lane 8, the former Commonwealth champion. This is a quality field at the Morton Games.
2 years ago, Brian Gregan put the stadium alight when he won, and he wasn't here last year, so he's back again. He won the European team 400 metres there a few weeks ago. He'll be smarting from a defeat a couple of 10 days ago in Belfast.
And they're away. Gregan in 4. Looking for a very good, strong, solid start, and we have that in 5 from Solomon, Mitchell in 3, Spratling in 6. Going very well in 6 is Spratling of the United States. A lot of talk we might have a stadium record in this. Well, Spratling of the United States of Pittsburgh Panthers, he's the Big East champion over 500 metres, going very well in this section of the 400 so far. Solomon of Trinidad's now beginning to fight back. Where's Gregan in the equation? 45.53, his personal best. It's Spratling of the United States who at the moment is holding off Solomon. Solomon's beginning to fight back in the final 50. Spratling is just hanging on. Spratling will beat Solomon. Harris is in 3rd. Gregan was back a bit there. Well, 45.27 is fast. It's just outside the stadium record of Arnaud Malherbe from 2000, and that was powerful. That was world class. 45.27, the unofficial winning time.
Brian Gregan a little bit disappointing back there. He's yet to really find that spark this season. With Zurich coming up, one would have to be a little bit concerned.
Bryson, a strong finish there, holding off Jaron. How do you feel?
I feel great. It's my first international race, or first international win, second international race, coming off a college season. So I feel great, and hopefully I can get more wins in the future.
Not too far outside your PB either. Conditions are really good for running.
Yeah, turned out to be a good day. Not far off my best time. I think I got to work back up to that sub 45 pace to get there, but I feel good, and it was a good race and great weather for what it is, so I'm happy about it.
And how important is it for you, for your future preparation, for making sure you get overseas results?
This is my first time overseas. Wasn't sure what to expect, and as far as preparing to run fast, it's a lot different. I got to be a lot more disciplined. I don't have my coach here in my ear all the time, so it was definitely a difficult transition. But I'm happy I ran the time I ran, and happy about the race.
How do you feel the differences are between running at college level and running at this level?
Well, it's my job now, so it's a lot more pressure. I mean, I'm not racing every week. I know I got to stay on it. When I am over here, I got to do as much as I can and place as best I can in every race to know tomorrow at this level. So
just finally, the weather in Ireland's turned it on for you anyway. It's not raining.
Oh yeah, I'm happy about there's no rain, and it's actually a decent day. It's a typical day in Pittsburgh, so I'm used to it.
A strong field in the women's 800 metres featuring athletes from Ireland, Canada, Sweden, the United States, Australia, Scotland, England and Romania. We are underway. It's Aisling Crossie of Newry, Rachel Aubrey of Canada, Lovisa Lind of Sweden, Phoebe Wright of the United States, Laura Crowe of Ireland and Henriette Katie Kirk of Northern Ireland, who lit the Olympic flame, Brittany McGowan of Australia, Selma Kashan of Australia, who finished second in Belfast last week at the International at the Mary Peters track, Emily Dudgeon of Scotland, Adele Tracy of England, and on pacemaking duties at the moment, miles ahead of the rest, Alina Zaizan of Romania. She'll drop out shortly. She's absolutely steaming forward at the moment, but it's going quite well. Selma Kashan of Australia, who's the real leader right now. Katie Kirk trying to move up. She's wearing the salmon shorts, and Aisling Crossie of Newry trying to keep up also. Ciara Everard was in the original starting field, but a DNS for her. We've 500 metres to go. It's a very fast, strong pace-making job, but it's Selma Kashan who, as we approach the bell, is the real leader, ahead of Phoebe Wright, and alongside her is Laura Crowe.
Yeah, a lot of girls here looking to put down a marker. The Canadians, the Australians, the Scottish girl obviously with the Commonwealth Games coming up. Laura Crowe would be the top Irish girl in there. Laura's looking to qualify for the Europeans. She has a personal best of 2:01.3. Santry is one of her favourite tracks. She's had some of her best runs here. This is a big night for Laura because she needs a good run.
Yeah, Selma Kashan is our leader, but Laura Crowe is performing very well here. She's had a very good year. She's almost becoming a regular in the Diamond League races, and she's battling in the top three at the moment alongside Phoebe Wright of the United States. But it's Kashan who still leads, second in Belfast. She's finished 10th in the Morton Games last year in 2013, but she's a regular visitor to these shores. Has Laura Crowe got a chance to pounce here in the final 100 metres? Kashan is in the lead, but not for long. This is a really good surge by Phoebe Wright. Wright is going to take it. Kashan is going to finish second for the second time in a week in Ireland, and Aubrey is third for Canada. In fourth place, Emily Dudgeon of Scotland, and in fifth is Adele Tracy for England. So just faded a little bit in the end, did Laura Crowe, but a nice victory in the end for Phoebe Wright.
Phoebe, first up, are you happy with that?
I'm so happy. I haven't won a race all year, and to win a race with this kind of field is definitely something to be proud of.
It was certainly a bit of a battle there at the end. What do you put it down to? Where do you think you won this race?
Oh, that last 50 meters, it was just guts. She was bringing it hard, and I just wanted to bring it harder.
What was your plan going into the race? To be there or thereabouts at the end, or did you want to be somewhere different?
I actually wanted the lead a little bit sooner, but I read the plays. She was still moving. She wasn't tying up, so good competition brings out good results.
You said your first win this year. What are the plans now then?
Well, do you have more meets in Ireland? I want to stay here. I'll go to Belgium next and then do some road miles in the States.
Well, you're more than welcome to come back here afterwards.
Oh, good. I'm always here.
Maybe. Thanks very much.
Much to look forward to in this men's 800 metres featuring two Irishmen in form, Mark English and Paul Robinson, as they go head-to-head over the 2-lap distance. But strong entries from Mexico, Australia, Trinidad, Tobago, United States, and the Commonwealth Games medalist, Abraham Kiplagat. Away first time, Ike, Berger, Williams, James, Martin, Kiplagat, English, Robinson, Fitzgerald, Griffin, Gregson, Murray, and the pace man is Timmy Crowe. This should be a good one.
I think you got to say this race is all about Mark English. He brought the stadium to light last year when he set the stadium record of 1:45. He's in the form of his life. Last week he ran 46.56 for 400 metres. This guy has talent unbridled, and I think tonight is a night when he's going to chase something special. Paul Robinson's in there as well, and another young man who's been running so well. The two great middle distance stars of Irish athletics at the moment, they're right in there.
It is Ryan Martin who's up for the United States at the moment behind our pace man, and Abraham Kiplagat as well for Kenya. 1:43.77 his personal best. Bronze at the last Commonwealth Games in Delhi. He's in third, but that'll become second now when our pace man Timmy Crowe bows out. And Mark English going very well in third place at the moment. Paul Robinson is tucked a little further back there, and Geordie Williams of Australia looking to make a little move up as well, but going very well right now, right at the front. is Ryan Martin, but now take a look at the move in the outside. Here goes Mark English overtaking Kipligat.
Yeah, English is poised and ready. He looked slightly disappointed even at the bell there that the time wasn't faster. So he's going it alone now. He's going to have a go. Take a look at this guy. This is the future of Irish athletics. This is the present of Irish athletics. This man is a star. He's chasing a time. He's putting down a marker to the rest of Europe. He's tying with a world-class field here, and he's destroying them.
Mark English comes through to win, and he'll bring the house down. 1:45.31 unofficially breaks his own stadium record from last year by 100th of a second. Fantastic! He won in Tallinn in the European Team Championships, he won at Belfast, and his form continues at the Morton Games.
And you know what? It didn't knock a bean out of him. Look at him there. This guy is in the form of his life. He destroyed that field. He's got to go to the European Championships, and he's got to go there as favourite. I think his time has come. He's ready.
There are some very positive lines of form from Irish athletes heading to Zurich in the European Championships, and Mark English is the latest man with a stadium record here, which has been rounded down 1:45.30. It just gets better.
Mark, I suppose it's been a decent couple of weeks, almost beating David Rudisha, the world and Olympic champion recently, and winning in Italy as well on the week just gone.
Yeah, fantastic few weeks for me. Everything's coming together nicely, training's going well. It's just I'm getting consistent training sessions behind me, and I'm getting the race experience that I need this year. And today I just tracked the heels of those guys in front of me, and thankfully it was a very fast race, and I had another gear over the last 200, so I'm delighted with that performance today.
What do you put it down to then? Is it just your training which has changed, or is it mental attitude, or what do you put it down to, this change in fortunes?
Well, I mean, I still competed very well last year. I was just unlucky once or twice. I didn't get my tactics right maybe 1 or 2 occasions, and this year everything has gone perfect for me, you know, so I don't think much has changed really. I suppose I had a better winter behind me this year than I did last year. Maybe that made a bit of a difference to my aerobic endurance, and so I feel fresher after races, and hopefully that'll benefit me, you know, going to championships, because you'll have to put rounds back to back, and so maybe that's a bit of the difference this year, you know, and I feel like everything else has maintained or else improved.
That is the big goal then, obviously, this year, the European Championships next month.
Yeah, so I set myself 2 goals at the start of this year. One was to break the Irish record, and the other was to make the final of the Europeans. And you know, I've always said, like, the semi-finals of these championships are the real final, because only 2 get through automatically to the final. So I'm going to treat the semis as a final. Hopefully I make that final, and I know that I'm capable of beating any of those guys and win the final. Just
finally a nice added bonus with a stadium record.
Yeah, delighted. I wasn't sure actually what my time was from last year. I knew it was 0.3 something, but that's a nice bonus to get, yeah. So I got my 3 envelopes there on the ground.
In the women's discus, a throw of 39 metres 37 earned Hannah O'Sullivan of Gneva Gwilla 4th place. 3rd going to Kathy Hetherington of North Down with an effort of 40 metres 40. Sophie Parkinson-Brown of Gorn in Kilkenny finishing 2nd, 42.53 her best. But with a winning margin of 10 metres, Claire Fitzgerald of Tralee Harriers took the honours, 52.02 her best. 3 men cleared 5 metres 30 in the men's pole vault. Paul Walker of Wales, the first of those. Put him in pole position. He'd be joined there swiftly by Igor Bichov of Spain. And the past winner of the Morton Games, Luke Cutts, the 3rd man to get over that height. Looked as if the competition could go on for quite a while longer, but at 5.50, Walker first of all missed out. Then Byskov did the same. But Cutts cleared 5.50, the winning height. The Englishman takes the honours at Santry again. It is Barrios who brings them through. Tiedrik Nurma, very successful Estonian middle distance athlete. Trevor Dunbar in third place, but Barrios, a defending champion from last year, loves Irish soil, he's performed very well in Belfast too, don't forget. It's Barrios who leads, Norma second, and it's Dunbar third. Norma really impressed me in talent, I have to say, the way that he stayed up with Inga Britson for so long, and he's staying up with Barrios here. 2 laps to go. It's been these three all the way. Barrios, Nurmi and Dunbar, and with 600 metres to go, little glance over the shoulder by Barrios. Are we going to have a major move very soon?
Well, I'd say Barrios would be looking to get a gap at this stage because he's teed the whole thing up and he hasn't really put any pressure on the two behind. Maybe Nurme is starting to feel it. Nurme will have difficulty now getting up onto the shoulder of Barrios, but the man in second, Dunbar, is looking very threatening for Barrios at this stage. So let's see what kind of finishing speed Dunbar has.
7:44 is the stadium record. They'll come close to it. The bell is on the way. Norma pushed back into third place. Dunbar in second. Barrios in the lead as they take the bell. Barrios in front. They went through around 6:45. On the outside, looking dangerous. Trevor Dunbar trying to begin to make a move. Barrios defending it, not defending his line. He's on the inside. Dunbar on the outside, and Norma back beleaguered in third place at the moment. Doesn't look as if he has enough left, but it's Barrios, such an impressive winner last year of the Morton Mile and in Belfast at the Mary Peters. It's Barrios in front, it's Dunbar alongside him. Norma is not totally burnt off the Estonian in third place, and they're beginning to lap them now. 150 to go. Barrios still with good pace, and it's increasing all the time, but Dunbar's with him stride by stride. They come into the closing straight. It's going to be a sprint finish. Barrios on the inside. Dunbar really beginning to flail, but here comes Barrios to defend his title at the Morton Games, and it's 7:44 and it's a stadium record.
He defended his title wonderfully well. He is one hard man to get past, as Dunbar found there in the straight, and he's leading home a procession of really fast times. That's about 9 men under 8 minutes 10. Even Mark Christie, 7:59, great run. So we've 2 Irishmen under 8 minutes, Kevin Batt and Mark Christie. And the young Clonlift man, Aaron O'Hanlon, winner of the junior mile, has just run 8:09. Conor Dooney, a personal best, 8:12. A wonderful race, and it's on nights like that that everybody gets dragged to fast times. And it was by the sheer guts of Barrios that set that up.
The weather has certainly turned it on. It's a decent day for it, but the pace was very, very fast.
Yeah, so the weather for me, I was so good, and also the pacemaker make a really good job in the beginning, 62 by lap, and of course when I feel this guy in the back all the time, so it's really easy to run fast in that kind of condition, you know, because everybody can go pushing in the front, and 3K, it's now a good distance for the preparation. We're going to run 5K in a few weeks, so we need to go ready now.
Alex, you must have thought you had him right near the end there.
I thought I positioned myself to win, and then I made a move in the last 100 meters, but Juan Luis responded very well, so he's very tough.
So the men's 200 metres, Aina Madden of Carrick and Shannon 1, David Lima of Portugal 2, Francis Obaquelo Portugal 3, Philip Reddick USA 4, Enrico Brunches South Africa 5, Greg Cackett of England in 6, Craig Lynch of Ireland and Shercock in 7, David Hines Manapians in 8. Well, they're away at the first time of asking, and I don't think Obaquelo's in this race, by the way, because lane 3 is empty. It's Lima in 2, Reddick in 4, and Brunches in 5 are all flying at the moment and doing very well. This is Brunches of South Africa, who was so impressive in the 100, even more impressive in the 200. Look at this. He's skirting away with it. It's 20.66. It's outside the stadium record of Paul Hitchens, but it's a really good fast time, and he wins it for South Africa. Enrico Brunches, well, he's competing in the Commonwealth Games in a few weeks' time.
Enrico, a busy night, the 200 stadium record and running the 100. How do you feel?
I feel good. I came out here just to do some few races to get ready for Commonwealth Games. The 100 was right, but the 200 was actually great. I surprised myself.
The 100's your favourite event. How many differences do you find in the 200?
there's too much lactic acid in the 200, so I don't really like it.
You mentioned
So again, a quality field has been delivered for this women's international mile, and it features American 5,000 metres record holder Molly Huddle of the United States. So we are underway in the women's international mile, and Molly Huddle will be doing her best to try and get herself up the rankings tonight. Molly Huddle, coached by Ray Tracy, trains with Roisin McGettigan, who recently had her 4th place from the 1500 metres of the European Indoors in Turin 2009, upgraded to bronze because Anna Almanova, 5 years on from the event, was disqualified. Fiona Cahoe of Kilmore in the oranges, the pacemaker, also in this. Aisha Pratt, Becky Woods, Kira Durkin. 3 further Americans in Corey McGee, Emily Lapari and Lauren Penny, along with Melissa Duncan of Australia, Rachel Bamford of England, and Sarah Tracy of Moynalvey, who was in the Irish team that won European cross-country team gold in Budapest.
Given that it's a night of stadium records, why not get one here in the mile? Last year we got one at 4:30. Fiona Keogh setting a good pace here. The fastest lady in the field is Lauren Penny with a 4:31. There's a bunch of ladies have mid 4:30 personal best. Good to see 3 strong Irish girls in there: Sarah Tracy, Becca Woods, Kira Durkin. Let's hope that they can compete and get fast times out of this.
Well, it's Molly Huddle who is the best of the main field at the moment. Huddle, who has moved up into 2nd place behind her pacemaker Fiona Cahoe, but looks like Sarah Tracy is looking to move up for Ireland as well, and the Americans, Corey McGee, Emily Lapari, are all going very strongly indeed. The record which was set here last year, 4:30.44, in winning the women's Morton Mile by Brie Fell-Nagel of the United States. Now I wonder if that'll be under jeopardy tonight.
Well, I think that's the full intention of Fiona Keogh and her leading. She's leading them out very well. Aisha Pratt is taking up the bait. Aisha has a time of 4:35 as her PB, but all the US girls are bunched there nicely, and it's a good team race between them, with one Australian, Melissa Duncan, in there to upset the party.
Yeah, Aisha Pratt was a very high finisher last year. It's Molly Huddle who leads, Pratt in 2nd place. Then in the inside in the white is Corey McGee. Then in the purple singlet, Melissa Duncan of Australia. USA 1, 2, 3. Australia in 3rd place. Lauren Penny of the United States is in 5th place at the moment. Then in 6th for the United States is Emily Lapari and Becky Woods. Well, there are 4 Irish athletes in this, and one was the pace, but Becky Woods of Clonliffe Harriers in the traditional black and orange finds herself in 7th place and moving up to 6th.
Yeah, it's all to play for there with the 4 American girls and Melissa Duncan. Aisha Pratt still setting the pace. Melissa Duncan in 3rd, 4th place. And the tall white figure in white of Corey McGee looking threatening as well. Very competitive race as they round the bend with 450 metres to go.
So they enter the closing straight for the penultimate time, and it is the Americans who pretty much dominated this. 5 in the field, and there's 4 in the top 5. Can't say much better than that. Molly Huddle, coached by Ray Tracy, the Olympic 5,000 metres finalist. She leads the bell, Prout in 2nd place. Now it's Duncan of Australia moving up into 3rd. In 4th now is Lauren Penny, and dropping back to 5th is Corey McGee. Well, Becky Woods.
And the bell time of 3:21 gives every indication that another stadium record is on here tonight. As Rachel Bamford leads them out down the back straight. Aisha Pratt in 2nd place and Melissa Duncan in 3rd.
Well, we've got 4 who have broken away ahead of the rest. Molly Huddle, very impressive throughout, but also making the move. Lauren Penny and Melissa Duncan. Can the Australian bring something out of it? Melissa Duncan, she'll do very well at this stage if she can. Well back now in 5th place, wearing the white, is Corey McGee. We're entering the final straight. It's been a very good, well-run race, a great night of records. Are we on the way to another here? Molly Huddle led very much in the start, and Molly Huddle has the advantage, but for how much longer? Here comes Duncan. Duncan on the outside. Huddle takes it. Duncan in 2nd place. Prout is 3rd. 4th is Lauren Penny. 5th is Rachel Bamford of England. 6th is Corey McGee. Another good finish. 4 26.84, the winning time, and that is a stadium record. It's a meeting record by 3.5 seconds.
This is a night where you're out of fashion if you don't break the course with the stadium record. Fantastic running by all the lead girls there, 4 minutes 26 seconds. A fantastic finish, Melissa.
Well, Molly, that was a very fast start and you held the pace throughout. How do you feel?
I feel a bit tired. That was a very short run for me. I'm used to the 10K and 5K, but it was great to get some speed in my legs. I felt good.
You're a 5,000 metre record holder in the US, obviously. How different do you find running the mile then to the 5,000 strategically?
It's much more strategically challenging for me. I find you have to calculate your moves. You don't just hang on for the ride. So today I tried to just get out hard and avoid a lot of jostling, and I think as a strength runner, that's a good way to run a mile.
So to the final event of the night, the Morton Mile. 18 go in this, 2 former winners, Will Leer of the United States 2010 and 2012, and Corey Leslie from the United States, who won last year. Underway in the 2014 Morton Mile, and for Ireland, Ciarán Ó Lionáird, David McCarthy, Owen Everard, John Travers, a real quality field. Let's see how we go in this with so many big names involved, including the Kenyan, third in the Kenyan Championships, Vincent Letting. For Australia, Sam McInerney, trained by Marcus O'Sullivan. For New Zealand, a Diamond League runner and was in the World Indoor Championships in Sopot this year, Zane Robertson. Will Leer has won the Morton Mile and this year won the Great Wanamaker Mile.
The conditions are so good and there's been so many stadium records. There's a firm commitment to run fast. These guys would have been looking at the other races enviously all night and dying to get out there. Well, they're out there now. I know the word is that Ciarán Ó Lionáird particularly is looking for a fast time through 1,500 metres, so that's going to be set up. Conor Healy from the local club Clonliffe is setting the pace, and he's been chased there by John Travers.
It's good pacemaking so far. Ciarán Ó Lionáird is up there, and he's up there very strongly, which is very gratifying to see. Will Leer tonight is wearing a fluorescent yellow singlet. He's back in 9th place at the moment, and in 5th, Corey Leslie. But there's a bit of a gap between the top 4, and realistically it's the top 3, taking Conor Healy out of the equation. I wonder how long that gap will be, or if it'll be permanent as we lose our pacemaker.
Well, it's certainly very encouraging to see Ciarán Ó Lionáird commit so firmly to the pace. So he's firmly committed towards that 1,500 metre time. He's looking for a sub 3:39. If he goes sub 3:39, the field would want to be paying close attention, because that's where the race is. Will Leer, a very experienced miler, hanging back and working his way through the field. The big New Zealander Zane Robertson in 6th place looks very threatening.
So Tom Marshall leads for Wales, 2nd Ciarán Ó Lionáird for Ireland, 3rd David McCarthy for Ireland, 4th the defending champion Corey Leslie of the United States. And now trying to make a little move is the really familiar club singlet of Zizan of Romania. He's pushed up into 5th place, but Ciarán Ó Lionáird is in front, and David McCarthy is working hard to keep up, and now Corey Leslie moves up into 2nd place. McCarthy is in 3rd.
And I tell you what, back there, Owen Everard, who first broke the mile last year with a 3:58, is running brilliantly in the pack there. Ó Lionáird is so committed towards chasing this 1,500 metre time that he's really set himself up to be taken there, but he's running superbly. It's going to be very interesting to see what the bell time is. The big New Zealander is right there. I wish he was wearing black like all great New Zealanders do.
Here comes the bell, and Ciarán Ó Lionáird is in the lead. John Travers has moved up into 2nd place, and now here comes Will Leer, who's won this twice before. He's in 3rd place. Corey Leslie is in 4th, but so far John Travers hits the front. This is incredible. 350 to go, and John Travers is now going for it. Ó Lionáird is back in 3rd place. Will Leer is trying to take Travers of Denor Harriers out of the equation. European cross country in Dublin in 2009, European indoors in Gothenburg in 2013 he's competed in. It is Travers who leads, Ó Lionáird in 3rd place, and Will Leer in 2nd is now making his big move, and Will Leer is in front.
The record time is under threat. Will Leer is flying. John Travers is having the race of his life.
Is this Ó Leonard is coming back. It looks like it.
And Leonard is still there.
Will Leer made an absolutely big surge. Corey Leslie in third place. Will Leer coming through to win for the third time. 3:51.82. What a run, what a race. 3:51.82 has set a new mile record, breaking the mark of 1980 of Steve Scott. The Morton Mile record, which lasted 34 years, has fallen. Third time's a charm for Will Leer.
Oh, it's a privilege to be here on a night like this. And lost in there, but not lost in the eyes of the Irish. John Travers, I reckon he's run about 3 minutes 55 seconds. A sensational breakthrough for the young Denor man. 3:51.82 is brilliant running from Will Leer. He becomes a 3-time Morton legend.
He becomes a legend of the Morton Games, does Will Leer. Magnificent victory. And he is skirting the opposite way down the final track. And what a performance by Will Leer. Well, you know what? He won by a narrow margin. Literally 2/300ths of a second. He fell over the line 2 years ago. But what Will Leer has done here tonight has been fantastic. It's been awesome.
This is an amazing night for Irish athletics. The night was so good and so special. John Travers and all his mates there, they're so excited, so happy to see one of their own run a 3:55 mile. He always had the ability, he always had the speed. It's taken a little bit of time to come.
Well, first of all, a record lasting 34 years and you've broken it. How do you feel? By 2 seconds.
Over the moon. I mean, I love racing here. That's no joke. I've come back. This is my 4th time here. 2nd place once and 1st place 3 times. The crowd gets better each year. The track gets faster each year. We came out tonight determined to light it on fire and run really fast. There are people chasing European qualifying times in the 1500, which is why we had that marked off. And, you know, I thought, well, if they're going to run for 1500, I'll make sure to go the whole 1609, make sure to push it through the finish. And felt good from about 300 meters out. The rest is history.
Always felt the pace was going to be strong, though, because the most amount of sub-4-minute miles we've ever had in this race. So you always knew there was going to be a fast pace on.
Absolutely, and I can't say enough about the pacemakers. They did a perfect job. One of the keys in the miles, you can't make that first 400 meters too quick because it zaps your legs. And so they were bang on from 200 on. And, you know, once they dropped out, it was up to us. And Kieran, hats off to him, Kieran Leonard. I trained with him a bit in the States, and he was feeling anxious when we came through about 900 meters and actually passed the pacemaker and just ran his heart out. I think he ran out of gas a little bit over the final 300, but without that move, you know, it may have slowed down and might not have gotten the record, so everything had to work out perfectly, and I'm glad I came out on top.
You also broke the 1,500-metre record in this race, which you already hold anyway, so that shows you how quick it was.
Yeah, you know, that's just, you know, cherry on top of the ice cream right there. Wasn't looking for a 1,500-meter time, was looking for the full mile, and you got to save a little bit to continue running that last straightaway. Again, I won't say no to it. I'm happy to come away with 2 records in one race. Not something you get to do very often.
Well, try and give us an inside scoop here. You were here in 2010, you won. You were here in 2012, you won. You've come back in 2014. Does this mean we're not going to see you now until 2016?
Well, I'm not getting any younger. So, yeah, I might break my streak next year and come back, but hopefully it doesn't break my luck.
Right, we wish you well. Give us a look at that trophy. Hold it up in the air for us. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Ireland.
Well, here we are. A record that stood since 1980. Steve Scott, 3:53.8. This man here has gone 2 seconds quicker. An incredible record set by Will Leer, a 3-time winner now of the Morton Mile. Will he be back next year? You heard it. We're hoping he will. We hope you'll join us again next year as well. From all of the team here, thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ireland.